What's up, y'all? Quaymax, aka Today we're back, and check out, we got a new background. I've seen like a few people on YouTube have like a background in the back, and I kind of wanted to have that sort of aesthetic, so we got it. We got the moving city. We got a pan of a city, I guess, like moving with the sunset in the back. We're chilling. Low key, it's fire. Like, this joint is clean. But when you're here for that, we're here for the explanation of the legendary and mythical Pokemon. A handful of y'all wanted me to look at the explanation videos, so that's what we're here for. Also, too, we just hit 500 subscribers. I want to say thank y'all. I really do appreciate it. It do mean a lot to me. Like, thank y'all so much. Like, legit, thank you. You know what I mean? But I know you guys want to see the video. So, with that being said, let's get it started. Yeah!
It's time again. We did it again. We helped write an amazing animation over on Terminal Montage's channel.
Right.
And this video is my attempt at explaining it, if that's possible. So it just makes sense that you should go watch that video before you see this.
Which we did.
Have fun. It's great. I'm pointing in the wrong direction entirely. It's over there. Click it. It's probably gone by now because
Yeah.
Intro.
Okay. They have some really good editing. I ain't gonna lie. They got really good editing.
The animation begins and we see Ultra Balls falling from the sky, the most common ball to use for capturing legendary Pokemon.
Really the only
also
one. That's really the only one that you can use to catch a rare Pokemon, well, a legendary Pokemon outside of a Master Ball, because their catch rate is stupid low, so you don't got no choice.
Game Freak sometimes
unless you get lucky with a great ball.
Pokemon, you know? Various legendary and mythical Pokemon pop up all around, and we get our first casualty, of course, at the hands of Mewtwo. One of, if not the most powerful psychic-type Pokemon on Earth.
Mewtwo's OP.
One of the lamer legendary Pokemon has a very soft body, and thus it is of no issue at all to Mewtwo's telekinetic crush. Easy peasy. Genesect fires its
Heatran is kind of whack.
Giratina, who is having none of that. Really, Giratina has a pretty good chance of winning this, as it can.
He probably gonna explain it, but Giratina. The cool thing about Giratina though, he can like open up portals. He can open up portals to the distortion world, like they had in Pokemon Platinum. So honestly, if this is kind of like literal battle, Giratina low key could win because he just sent everybody to the distortion world. He'd be the only one left. So.
Really, Giratina has a pretty good chance of winning this, as it can open portals to the distortion world.
Yeah, basically.
Space are all jumbled up, and it's a mess.
Basically.
It definitely qualifies as out of bounds, disqualifying all Pokemon who go into it. Darkrai, who doesn't like sunlight, as it's most active during the new moon, hides inside of Landorus's mind, likely causing nightmares, which Landorus definitely.
It's basically, well, it is the nightmare Pokemon though.
Meta ruining. And then we get to my wife's favorite part. Fun fact, according to the Pokedex, every time Entei barks, a volcano erupts somewhere.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Like, just one bark from Entei and like volcanoes just erupt like spontaneously. That's crazy. I mean, Entei is an extremely powerful Pokemon. It's a legendary Pokemon, so obviously. But it's just crazy. Just opening his mouth, a volcano erupts. That's wild. Somewhere, yeah. That's crazy. Of course, that's a Lugia, of course.
It's going around making hurricanes now and showing the birds who's boss.
Basically.
Now here comes Zeraora. It's stated that it approaches its enemies at the speed of lightning, and also that even if its opponents dodge its attacks, they will be electrocuted.
I mean, it's an electric Pokemon, so I mean, yeah.
So it is capable of putting up a good
Makes
fight,
sense.
even against Mewtwo. But even still, Mewtwo's psychic power is just ridiculous.
Yeah, Mewtwo is OP. Mewtwo is like the original OG.
Plus, legendary. I mean, it is stated that Mewtwo was created solely for battling, and that its battle abilities were raised to the ultimate level.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. It also is completely uncompassionate, no mercy. It's just, I don't care.
Yeah, because like, they talked about it in the first Pokemon movie, how they got the DNA from Mew and tried to make basically like a stronger Mew, which was Mewtwo, and how he ended up leaving how he ended up breaking out and had basically this whole thing set up where the strongest trainers come from around the world and try to fight Mewtwo. So and even in the movie, he was ruthless. He was definitely ruthless until he saw, like, you know what I'm saying, the bomb with the ash, you know what I'm saying, all that lovey-dovey type thing, all that lovey-dovey type deal, you know what I mean? So yeah, Mewtwo's the original. He's an OG.
The laser, Zygarde, the protector and guardian of the ecosystem and maintainer Pokemon of order, hunted out Mewtwo specifically, as Mewtwo is man-made. It's heresy, unnatural to the world. It must be destroyed.
Complete Zygarde is so dope, though.
100 Zygarde cells sure would be funny if one of them got taken out, which is exactly what Hoopa's thinking.
Yeah.
The little trickster genie, or as the Pokedex puts it, a troublemaker that sends anything and everything too far away.
Yeah, it's basically like kind of like Palkia, like warp space
so it does
type deal.
So, and out come 99 cells worth of other forms.
Yeah.
Also, Hoopa then escapes before there can be any repercussions. It's just traveling all over the world, and we get to see a scene of Melmetal consuming the flesh of Magearna, because that's what it does. It absorbs metals to essentially eat them, and Magearna is a living automaton, a soul in control of a metal body. Eventually, Palkia catches
Magearna is like straight
space
steel
shenanigans and puts a stop to it. Being the creator with total control over the boundaries of space, it doesn't appreciate Hoopa's actions, so it breaks Hoopa's loop while it's midway through one, killing it. Which brings us to the desert, where Reshiram and Zekrom are still having a stare down. They've tried handling their debate of truth versus ideals peacefully, but now...
Yeah, it's on site now.
only so much that can be said.
It's time to get it on now.
It's battle time. Theoretically speaking, these Pokemon have the most powerful fire and electric attacks of all. Pure plasma. It's no wonder that their Pokedex entries mention how they scorch the world with fire and lightning, and in doing so, the heat energy moves the atmosphere and changes the world's weather. Hence the cloud being cut in half, along with tornadoes.
They're extremely powerful, though. They're real powerful.
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes?
And oh buts, here comes Kyurem, capable of absorbing either Reshiram or
and
Zekrom
then change form.
Once one original dragon. It does so to Zekrom, and
Because they did that in Black 2, White 2.
And notably, it would have made more sense for it to complete itself as the original dragon, but that's never happened in Pokemon, so we don't know what it looked like or if it even is possible. It's just, this is easier. It's easier to explain.
Straight chopped his head off.
It wants to be a real hero, so it does so and decides to fight Black Kyurem, a matchup similar to what happened in Keldor's Pokemon movie. You know, you would know that.
Bro.
One of the six.
Bro, I watched that movie, the Keldeo movie. I hate that movie. I do not like. Well, I'll tell you about. I don't hate the movie. I just really don't like the movie, and that's kind of like a common opinion with that movie. It's not really a good movie, bro. The black and white anime, the little black and white anime cartoon movie little phase, that wasn't it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
People who saw it. Meanwhile, Reggie Steele is still walking around, just talking. What it does. And it happens upon Tapu Lele, who creates a psychic field before attacking.
A little psychic terrain.
Matter, though, as Reggie Steele is unable to be even scratched, and also resists psychic and fairy type attacks. Tapu Lele's 2 types. But Groudon is kind of crazy. I mean, it created the land and expanded the continents.
Yeah.
It even is said to make volcanoes erupt upon just waking up. So that happens. But not before.
Yeah, like my bad for Bob, but they said it like even in like Ruby and Sapphire, they kind of went into it about that with Ruby, because you start off in Hoenn and eventually get to the point where Team Magma and Team Aqua, they're trying to wake up Kyogre and Groudon, and then once they end up waking them up with the orbs, they end up messing up the whole balance of the earth with Groudon coming out and Kyogre coming out. They end up causing mayhem, and then that's when, at least in Emerald, that's when like Rayquaza come in and try to like put a balance, kind of like put in a balance between Groudon and Kyogre, because without Rayquaza, Groudon and Kyogre, they would be like low-key, they could destroy the earth. Like, they're that powerful, they could destroy the earth. So like, I like this type of thing. I love like Pokemon lore and like learning about it and like looking at videos about it.
It creates a massive fissure. Gotta do that first. A poor planet.
Yeah, he just straight destroyed.
All this magma bursting forth causes many of the lane mons to catch on fire or melt. But notably, Regice is perfectly fine with this. After all, the Pokedex states that its icy body is so cold that it will not melt even if it is immersed in magma. so it's fine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, up in space, Lunala, the emissary of the moon, and as the Pokedex puts it, was known by the name of the beast that calls the moon, does just that. Though, yeah, is it actually capable of doing this? Controlling the moon?
I don't know about that.
Probably not. Very probably not, but there's still a chance. There's a chance it has this power, it just never showed it. But still, probably not. But it's still funny. Just like Regigigas.
My body is ready.
It's able to just hoist the moon away. After all, it's said that Regigigas is strong enough to pull the continents around. It's the reason the continents are where they are. It's stupid strong.
Too bad its ability is garbage, though.
The Ultra Wormholes. They were probably made by Solgaleo or Lunala, wanting to keep the moon by the planet. But all this noise! Dang it! It's waking up poor sleepy Jirachi, which only wakes up every 1,000 years, so it goes back to bed. Also, did you notice the little glitch? All of these ultra wormholes are messing with the space-time.
Necrozma.
That's some risky business.
That's when Necrozma comes in.
Meanwhile, the legendary beasts get squished, which makes Ho-Oh freak out, as they are, in a way, Ho-Oh's creations, as Ho-Oh resurrected 3 recently deceased Pokemon into those 3 beasts. Theoretically, a Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon, by the way. But anyway, Ho-Oh revives them, again, but then
gets destroyed.
He's on over and just defeats
just instantly, bro.
I mean, really, if you look at Mewtwo canon and think about it realistically, it truly is a ridiculous creature. Easily godlike abilities.
Of course.
Such psychic adeptitude. Now then, everybody makes fun of Groudon for being 4 times weak to its rival legendary Pokemon Kyogre, so it's only a matter of time before they meet, and Groudon gets flushed. Also, Lugia is still pissed, and it creates another hurricane. And uh-oh! Is that Rayquaza? It's canonical that Rayquaza is basically the boss of Kyogre and Groudon. The guardian of the earth and the atmosphere, and the theoretical creator of air. So, it does not like Lugia's actions here. And being statistically one of the most powerful Pokemon ever,
oh yeah, of course,
it defeats Lugia with ease. And then, because Deoxys
it's Mega especially
constant beefs with each other, they fight. Notably, Rayquaza does eat meteorites, and Deoxys came from space inside of a meteorite. Maybe Rayquaza at one point ate one of Deoxys' friends. Oh. Mewtwo and Victini are watching these goings-ons in space, and Cosmoem just shatters because it's just a stupid sleeping egg. And Mewtwo just teleports the moon away.
Just straight breaks.
And now it's time for a Victini lesson. Pokédex quote. This Pokemon brings victory. It is said that trainers with Victini always win, regardless of the type encounter.
Not in the game, it don't.
An unlimited supply of energy inside its body.
Not in the game.
It shares with those who touch it. When it shares the infinite energy it creates, that being's entire body will be overflowing with power.
That's wild.
So I guess that's why Mewtwo is letting it live. They are sort of teaming up, going buddy-buddy. Mewtwo is smart enough to know all that.
Yikes. The thing got destroyed.
Necrozma. Necrozma absorbs light and energy for its own gain, and it has an extraordinarily vicious disposition, according to the Dex. It's also extremely ferocious and impossible to control. It even managed to absorb all of the natural light in another dimension, that of Ultra Megaopolis, and the people there now live in total darkness, besides their artificial light. Brutal. Necrozma
Necrozma straight evil.
Even absorbed the energy from Victini, beefing it up. It even absorbs the light from Mewtwo's attack, and it knows what to do next. It immediately defeats Yveltal. According to the Pokédex, when its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life energy of everyone.
Then everybody just dies.
And turns into a cocoon once more.
That's crazy.
Necrozma gets away from this life-absorbing power, but the Pokemon all remaining on Earth are no more. Necrozma then takes over, absorbs Lunala, and then absorbs all of the light energy from Solgaleo as well.
Then
what Solgaleo was doing up there?
Then turns to Ultra Necrozma.
Who knows? But I love it. We'll play that bit again.
Oh no.
Very few Pokemon remain, and Ultra Necrozma knows what it must do. It must absorb all the light. It must win. And the only place left to go is up. It absorbs the sun and heads towards Arceus. But the Guardians of Space and Time will not have their creator harmed, so they protect it. Palkia splits space, but Ultra Necrozma withstands the blow and begins to glow. According to the Pokedex, it's capable of firing laser beams from all over its body, and that the light pouring from its body affects living things and nature, impacting them in various ways.
Bro, that's pure power. That is pure power.
Whose very existence keeps space held together. With Palkia gone, reality begins to warp further, and Dialga, the creator and protector...
Honestly, that's scary. With Ultra Necrozma destroying Palkia, like life as we know it is essentially destroyed, because with Palkia gone, Palkia is basically created space, and with Palkia being gone, is like, bro, there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance in the system. If you kill Dialga, which is the creator of time, there's gonna be an imbalance. If you kill off Palkia, it's gonna be an imbalance of time. So that's why if you don't have both of them, it's gonna be trouble. You know what I mean?
Time has had enough and puts a stop to the flow of time. A moment of peace.
Until
Celebi is here too. It's capable of time travel after all. But too much energy is being cooped up in a single point in space-time.
Yep.
It's more unstable.
He has too much. He absorbed too much light.
Necrozma is able to escape and defeat Dialga, whose existence ensures that time continues to flow on normally.
Yeah, so now it's all out of whack.
And Dialga defeated, space and time have no force holding them together any longer. Reality is breaking, and as Ultra Necrozma approaches Arceus, the creator of the universe, reality splits into two separate timelines. Not uncommon for the Pokemon multiverse. Fun fact, it is in-game canon that each game is its own little universe. My version of Pokemon Emerald is a different reality, a different universe from your version of Pokemon Emerald. Fun stuff. And there was also the firing of the ultimate weapon 3,000 years ago, which caused a timeline split in and of itself. So all that energy in place is what it took to cause a reality split.
Mm-hmm.
So this Pokemon battle that's happening right now is definitely capable of that too. In one of these new realities, Necrozma avoids the judgment of Arceus and absorbs all of the light energy from the creator deity. Ultra Necrozma wins.
That's wild.
But in the other reality, Arceus uses its 1,000 arms, which the Pokedex says it has, though it's likely metaphorical. We took it literally because it's funny, to eventually grab Ultra Necrozma. It then summons its unknown army, which is the metaphorical 1,000 arms we talked about, to put all of its power into a single Thanos-style snap. Arceus wins.
It honestly, with the ultra wormholes and stuff like that, it honestly keeps up. It kind of keeps up the relevancy of Pokemon, because before Sun and Moon and before the ultra wormholes, there was just one timeline, and now with there being the wormholes and the ultra beasts and all that, it's split into different scenarios. It's split into different realities. It's split into different situations that could possibly happen. Yeah, that's just crazy though. Like, because before it was just one timeline, but now there's alternate timelines, which you can look at and kind of have different outputs, have different outcomes from those timelines. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's so dope though. Like I said, that's why Pokemon lore is fire. Pokemon lore is so dope.
End the simulation.
It's extremely interesting.
So why did Arceus win? Because obviously, while in-game its stats aren't actually that good, in canon and Pokedex lore stuff, it is the creator deity and also all types at once, so it has tons of resistances. And also, in the Arceus movie, it takes the full power of Dialga and Palkia just to hold Arceus back for a while. And that was a vastly weakened form of Arceus at that. So why did Necrozma win? Well, even in-game it has higher stats than Arceus, and that's without absorbing an entire new sun. And if you dive deep into Arceus' lore and inspirational origins, it is in many ways a creator deity of light, something a being like Necrozma could very well absorb. And that whole timeline split thing at the end was inspired by a recent theory of mine that explains some of the goings-on in the Pokemon timeline recently. I'll link that video up here if you're interested in the details.
Well, he already linked, I guess.
Long story short, the Pokemon Let's Go games may be part of a new timeline.
Yeah.
One where Necrozma wasn't defeated during the events of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and it succeeded in absorbing all of the light from the world.
So that's wild. That's so
Let's
dope.
Go, You'll have to see that video to find out.
Like, there's different
Other notes,
situations and
Mewtwo
different
made it super far.
timelines.
Game Freak loves Mewtwo and is constantly upgrading its capabilities. A lot of Pokemon only got brief cameos where they died, and that's because they really had no chance.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself. Meloetta had no chance.
That's facts.
Who is dead? Really? No Earth-dwelling Pokemon had a chance. Because whenever Yveltal gets defeated,
Yeah, it
that's
just...
it for all of them.
That's raps. That's
If we
raps.
take the Pokedex literally, which is the whole point of this simulation. Mewtwo is capable of going into space, so it might have had a chance at winning until you get to the very end. Though really, in a way, Mewtwo does kind of win. It would definitely have the highest KD ratio overall, but once that D is 1, you're done. Anyway, what do you think of this animation? And did you find all of the little Easter eggs? There's quite a few of them. There's also one Master Ball on the whole thing. Did you see it? And if you did like the animation, be sure to check out our other collaborative project, which is all of the non-legendary and mythical Pokemon doing a battle royale.
Alright, y'all, that's the video. That was the explanation of the legendary and mythical Pokemon. This was a good video. This is a good video. And I think what's so dope about it, like I said, is with there being the Ultra Wormholes and with Sun and Moon, the Ultra Sun and Moon coming out, we now can have like actual possibilities of having different timelines, different scenarios, different like even having like different dimensions, and basically have it canon and then kind of stem off from that and make it into a whole nother reality and have whole other circumstances. Like even with Ultra Sun and Moon, it had like different realities where Giovanni actually won and beat Red, where all the evil team leaders, like, they actually won and defeated the protagonist, which that's why they had like Rainbow Rocket. I think that's so dope too. It adds more to the lore, adds more to Pokemon in general, honestly. And like I said, in a actual scenario, Arceus probably would, either Arceus or Necrozma would win. In game, it's a completely different story. I think Arceus all around is like 110 or 120 all around with like attack, defense, special attack, special defense. This is dope. This is a dope video. Like I said, a lot of y'all wanted me to watch this. I'm glad I did though. I'm really glad I did. I got a little bit more information about it. This is dope, bro. It's like, I don't know. This is why I love Pokemon so much. There's like so much to take from. There's so much interesting lore that you can take from the series, honestly, because it's been running for so long. So that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know what I mean? If you did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. And with that being said, I'm out. So bye.
Running it up, lie these niggas, yeah, they be testing like shit, but I can stop, why? Cause I wanna say, yeah, that happened so quick, packing on sight, making a name for myself, don't wanna get lost in the mix.